Okay, so we're going to talk about our test review today. Remember that you need to use GEMDAS every time you do this. And I want to actually see that work that shows that. And like it says here, you need to show all of your work. I know that these are multiple choice. That was meant to help you, not to give you an excuse to not do the work. So make sure that you're showing all of your work every step as you go through that GEMDAS. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with number 1. So it says here it's P plus P minus parentheses P plus in parentheses. Remember that we take out the letters and put in the numbers first thing, just exactly like it's written. So -1 plus -1 minus -1 plus -5. So make sure that you've written that down and that you can see that. The next thing we're going to do is now we're going to follow that GEMDAS. So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and write that down. Make sure that you're writing it just like we've done it before so that you can make sure to remember left to right whenever you get there. All right, so the first thing we look for is grouping symbols. We do have one. It's right there. That answer would be -6. And then I'm going to write everything else down. And then I'm going to look for other grouping symbols. I don't see any, so I'm going to put a check there. I've done it, looked for it, and completed it. There are no exponents, so I'm going to put an X there. There's no multiplication or division, so I'm going to put an X over that. Now I'm looking for adding and subtracting, and I do that left to right. It doesn't matter which one comes first. I've got to do whatever it is left to right. This becomes -2 minus -6. And then I can do this, which remember I'm going to KCC, or you would put it into your calculator, whichever way you need to do it. I've finished all of that. My answer there is B. The next one I want to do, these do have absolute values, some of them. Those are going to be used as grouping symbols, so we're going to go over that one as well. Remember that I take the letters out, put the numbers that they stand for in. So for this one, it's going to be 3. Absolute value 3Q. Now there is nothing in between the R and the Q, or the 3 and the 6. So I'm hoping that you are thinking right now when I say there's nothing in between them, I'm hoping that you're thinking automatically that it must be multiplication. It is never going to be 36. RQ is not 36. It's 3 times 6. Then I'm going to be writing down the GEMDAS again, just like we did before. Now in this case, the grouping symbols that are here are these absolute value symbols. So I'm going to be doing that. So this is 18, and I'm going to get that. Now I need to know that the absolute value of 18 is just 18. If it had been a negative number, the absolute value of -18 would be 18 as well. And then I have 3 on the outside. This number is not 318. Because there's no operation symbol in between. It is 3 times 18, and that will give us 54. You're going to follow that pattern of doing all of that work, oh, by the way, which is A. And you're going to follow all of that pattern to complete all of these problems, front and back. At the end of this, when you finish number 12, which I'm going to give it a chance to do that, if you look at that one, there's a whole lot of parentheses, and remember we said that you have to do the innermost first and then work out from those. When you get finished with that, and before you leave today, I have an extra credit paper that you may complete by tomorrow for extra credit. So this is due tomorrow, and if you want the extra credit, you need to have that due as well. We are going to have that test tomorrow, so be prepared for that and your notebook check. Make sure that you have completed the first page of your notebook completely. The bottom part of it as well, where you have to find the page numbers where we did all of those activities. Do well, be kind, and get your work done. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.